learn, I've been ready for this. Since like 9-5, I've been eager for this. Talent on the rise, I'm consistent with this. Trophy is the prize, ain't no gimmicks with this. Okay, now what's left on them? Told you I'ma flex on them. I did it all subtle, ooh, and then I hit that exit on them. Gotta blame my faith, cause these odds ain't got nothing on them. I secure the safe for the cradle, I ain't dropping nothing, ooh. Only winning is exception, ain't no truce. Ain't no dub, ain't no L on my crew. Only winning is exception on my crew. Yeah, ain't no dub, ain't no L. I use a dub, I'ma win, I won't lose with this. Ay, yeah, I'ma act a fool with this. Ay, yeah, I'ma act a fool with this. Yeah, 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 I'ma act a fool with this. Okay, yeah, yeah, and I hit that.
EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to one of our favorite spots, venerable Soldier Field in Chicago. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Dallas Cowboys and the Chicago Bears. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23.
Take over 1st and 10 at their own 23-yard line.
And now a timeout called by the Cowboys defense. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter.
Here we go. Drop roll 80. Let's go.
They'll run for the first time with Saquon Barkley. And he'll be corralled right around the 34. The drive starting with a first down, 11 yards on that pickup. He was well over 100 yards last week. He told us this week, a little ambitious, that he wants to hit that 200 mark. We'll see.
Makes sense, though, doesn't it? Have we ever run into a running back that had a great game the week before that didn't think that's just going to naturally?
Try to get it to Williams, but it's intercepted. Isaiah Simmons picking it off. And he'll get this back to the 32-yard line. Well, that is a quick lesson on how difficult this defense is to throw against. An interception on their initial drive of the ball game.
Now we know why their offensive staff spent the entire week awake trying to prepare for this one, because you can't totally shy away from throwing the football. But at the same time, you're looking at them and going, where are the weaknesses? How are we going to move it?
One of the top defenses in the NFL for a reason. We just saw one example right there. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be second down.
Brings up 2nd and 8 at the Bears' 30-yard line.
From the gun, Jackson. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. 19 yards the pick up there. Move the chains.
They've got good playmakers on the offensive side of the ball. I don't know what happened last week to really hurt their performance and hold down their production, but I would dare say that this week in practice, there's a lot of talk about how they're going to increase their proficiency.
And that was a good start getting the playmakers involved. You mentioned that to me pregame. That's what they did there.
Yeah, I think a lot of people think the coaching staff really gets on them, and that's how they motivate them. Most of these guys are self-motivated. They have a lot of pride in their performance.
Give him 3 on the keeper there, and it is second down.
Brings up 2nd and 7. at the 8-yard line.
A quick throw now complete to Ross. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. John Ross, his first touchdown on the year. And the Cowboys have taken the early lead. And this is up and good to make it 7-0 Cowboys.
7, Bears nothing.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. Fielded a couple yards into the end zone. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23.
The Bears take over 1st and 10 at their own 23-yard line.
At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. They had the interception last time. It led to the opening touchdown. So now 7-0 the score as they start 1st and 10. They throw right away, and that's complete out on the right side. And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39. 16 yards right off the bat and a 1st down. And now the Cowboys are going to call another timeout. And that's their second charge timeout here in this first quarter. They're down to 1 remaining. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. A give to Barkley out of the gun. And able to get a couple as he's across the 40 to the 41.
Well, any lane that might have been open there was closed pretty quickly, and that was because the defensive front, they won that battle at the point of attack at the line of scrimmage. They used great leverage, held their spot, and stacked him up.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8.
Hey, we got 4 down, 24.
A shotgun snap for Herbert. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off around the 41. And he'll return this one just shy of midfield to the 49. What a start defensively. Your offense goes out, gets the touchdown, and then you get the interception. Just perfect.
How about the discipline that they showed on defense? Because after the offense scored to go up 7-zip, you would think they might be a little extra aggressive trying to get back at them. Instead, they read their keys well. When they took the shot downfield, they were more than prepared for that one.
And he's got it across midfield and into Bear territory. Give him 3 on 1st down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
Brings up 2nd and 7.
Gordon. And he'll get this down only to about the 46.
Gordon, the ball carrier.
3 yards on the pickup. That's going to set up an interesting 3rd and about 4 to go.
And it's 3rd down.
And he's got the first before he's brought down at the 39-yard line. Give him 7 yards on the play as they do pick up the 3rd down conversion.
1st down, Cowboys.
On 1st and 10, it's Jackson. And they will not get the connection there. It's incomplete. Got out of the pocket. Didn't look like he had anybody open, Charles, so just gets rid of it.
And a good play by him. If no one's open and you don't have a running lane that you want to take, make the right choice. Get rid of it. Live to fight another down.
So line of scrimmage still the 39 on 2nd and 10. Throwing again. Jackson. Got a man open. It's Ross. 5 yards. Now it's 3rd and 5.
What terrifies defenses when they see slant routes thrown is that the receiver is on the move, and oftentimes he catches it and gets upfield. Does a really nice job rallying to him and stopping him for a minimal gain.
Again, Jackson. He gets it to Brown, complete. And he gets it all the way down inside the 10 and mark him at the 5. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. They'll run here with Taylor. And this time they were waiting for him as he'll be knocked down before he can get back to the line of scrimmage. This will be a 2-yard loss on the play. And that'll bring up a 2nd and goal.
At the 7-yard line.
Quick strike out wide by Jackson. And this play goes nowhere. Losing yardage back to the 15. 3rd down just got a lot tougher. That will officially go as a loss of 7. From the gun, it's Jackson. And this is caught for a Cowboy touchdown. A.J. Brown, his first touchdown on the year. And the Cowboys, they push out in front further. Well, they have to be loving this start to the first quarter.
Well, the way that they're going, I mean, you're about 2 touchdown drives already. They feel very confident and feel like they have all the answers in this game. They're 1 point away from going up 14-0. Maybe they press the advantage and go for 2.
And tackled at the 21-yard line, so a net negative there of 4 yards.
1st and 10 at their own 21-yard line.
The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. To this point, the results have not been good. 2 possessions, 2 turnovers.
And that's obviously something that can't continue, but to go
on Herbert, his 3rd interception. Picked off by Super Bowl 49 hero Malcolm Butler. And he'll return it to the 24-yard line. A young quarterback, Charles, rolling to his right. And I know he's right-handed, but is that one that maybe a veteran sticks in his pocket?
I think so, but you have to remember with young quarterbacks, it may take a few years before they get all the stuff out of them that they did earlier in their career or even in their college days when they were used to being dominant. In this case, the NFL veteran defense ended up winning the battle.
And he'll be taken down near the 20 at the 21. The tackle will be credited to Jake Ryan.
Brings up 2nd and 7.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7.
Oh.
14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports.
14. Bears nothing.
Second and 6. No, scratch that. 2nd and 7. This time, Jackson will throw it. This is caught. And they are able to stop him, but he does take it all the way to the 2. First target, first catch, and a first down. They'll look to run with Taylor, and he'll get in. Touchdown, Cowboys.
Touchdown.
Jonathan Taylor, his second touchdown on the season. And the Cowboys will extend their lead. And it is now 21-0.
Makes the score Cowboys 21, Bears nothing.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes.
The Bears take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. And some dangerous territory. You're already down 3 scores. A 3-and-out here, or an inability to put any points up. This one might be over by half.
Yeah, and what you also have to guard against is calling every play for a big shot downfield. You know, thinking you're going to get all these points back on one drive. You're not. And last time I looked, it's still the first half. I'm not saying you have ultimate patience here, but you also don't have to go ahead and force everything either.
Consecutive catches for him. That good for 11. That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
Yeah, he's unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on 1st down. Out of the gun, Herbert, and he couldn't hang on. Would have been their 4th pick of the game. Instead, 2nd down.
They've given up a few first downs on this drive, but getting the incompletion there, that should give them something to build on and maybe turn the tide.
An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. To throw again. Herbert. Oh, he's able to outmuscle him here as he pulls it in. 22 yards there, a 1st down.
1st and 10.
Out of the shotgun, they run with Barkley. And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up. The Cowboys signal for their 3rd and final timeout. And with that, they're now out of timeouts. There's still plenty of time remaining here in this 2nd quarter. On 2nd down, here's Herbert. Got a man over the middle. It's Williams. And he's going to have another 1st down here as the tackle's made at the Cowboys' 20-yard line. Mark that down as a pickup of 13, and the Bears have the 1st. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Now Saquon Barkley. And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4. 15 more there, and they're on a roll. It's another 1st down.
Exactly what they needed right there, because they needed to use the ground game to take some pressure off, because the quarterback's been struggling a little bit.
It looks like a jumbo set with 3 tight ends here for 1st and goal. Now Herbert with it, looking to pass. Sliding out of the pocket. And that is caught. Touchdown, Bears. Darren Waller, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Bears get a bit closer.
I thought that was a nice job there of feeling the pressure and rolling out away from it and keeping the play alive. And I think he did it with the idea that his tight end would find his way free in the end zone, and his confidence was rewarded.
Now after the touchdown, here's Gonzalez on to kick it away. Fielded just outside the goal line. And able to take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line.
10 at their own 28-yard line.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
Looking for more there on first down, but this throw downfield incomplete.
They went with a dime look on defense. 2 extra defensive backs on the field and covered up essentially every blade of grass. That allowed them to disrupt the play.
So now they'll come up on 2nd and 10, once again from the 28. Throwing again. Jackson. Open man is Ross, complete. And he'll be out of bounds right at the 40. A gain of 13. It's a first down.
But one of the ways the quarterbacks keep all the receivers alive in a play, never lock in on any one guy. Make sure you keep your eyes moving, scan the field. And here he finds the open guy for a nice pickup.
Now Gordon on first down. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. Another nice gain, 16 yards there and a first down again.
Absolutely love the run right there. This guy's known for his quickness, but also for his speed. And he's able to get to the second level almost before you blink if you give him any type of blocking. Always talk about slot receivers, and they're usually known as quicker than fast. In this case, we've got a guy who's quick and fast, and he used it to great advantage.
It was Troy Hill that time in on the tackle.
Give credit to the defense for stringing that play out, and they gave up no cutback angle. You know he was trying to dart through. No place for him to go. A nice job there, only giving up a 3-yard gain.
From the 41, Jackson. He gets this into the hands of Taylor.
Jackson's pass.
A gain of 4 on the play, and all of a sudden here it's 3rd down.
Well, offensively, that's the mismatch that you want. You want to force a linebacker to try and cover your back out of the backfield, out in some open space. But linebackers nowadays, they run like backs, and they take a lot of pride in covering. What a nice play he made there in the open field.
The Cowboys on 3rd down. A perfect 3 for 3 as they look to keep that streak going. This time it's 3rd and 3. It's complete to Brown, right side. And he will have a Cowboys first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. He's exceeded his receiving yards from a week ago, and we're still in the first half. It's a first down. Back to the ground now with Gordon. And they'll get him down right about the 20. Give him a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8.
Well, that call makes sense because they've been throwing it well on this drive, and once again they show passing formation, showing the shotgun. Then they ran out of it. That's a nice play by them defensively, though, to hold it to a short gain.
And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. Coming up in a couple of minutes, we'll get you to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. The coach will have stats and scores from earlier today in the NFL. And he'll head out of bounds inside the 10. Mark him down at the 9. It's a good gain of 11. Sets him up 1st and goal.
9-yard line.
Just a simple tap pass, but it pays off in a big way.
And sometimes the simple stuff causes the most problems for a defense because there's a breakdown in communication there. When that receiver goes behind the line of scrimmage and it looks like he's going in motion, someone either has to go with him or he has to be passed off to another defender. Somehow they didn't get that communicated well, and it turned into a nice play.
Now the Bears going to call the first of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. They'll give it to Gordon out of the shotgun. And a minuscule gain of maybe a yard from the 6 to the 5. Now the Bears going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important 3rd down. can run for it, and he will. Call it no gain on the keeper, and it's going to bring up a 4th down. Now the Bears will use their 3rd and final timeout as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Tavecchio puts this one through, and that'll push the lead up to 17. So a dozen plays on that drive, CD, but in the end, it yields just the 3 points.
Well, they were able to keep the defense on the field for a long time, but let's be honest about it. That was about as unsatisfying a drive as you're going to get. 12 plays, and you only get 3 points out of it. Not quite the ending they were looking for.
The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. And they'll be looking to build off of a nice drive last time, a drive that really relied on the quarterback.
Making good decisions, distributing the ball well, distributing it accurately, keeping it away from danger. A really nicely run drive.
But now the defense, what adjustments do they need to make in the passing game?
Pass rush, pass rush, pass rush. Whether it's the guys up front or maybe you bring additional guys, but you've got to disrupt the timing of them throwing the football.
We'll see if they can disrupt it here. 1st and 10 here. And, you know, if they could just get 3 out of this, there's something about narrowing it to a 2-score game at half that makes it feel like much less of an obstacle. And he gets this to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another 1st down.
43-yard line.
Watch the slant. Watch the slant. Watch the slant.
From the shotgun, here's Herbert. Looking for Godwin again, and he's got him once more. And he'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20.
1st and 10.
A well-executed 22-yard gain. And it's caught. And he doesn't quite make it, taking it within an eyelash. Dropped at the 1. It's a gain of 20 as we wind down near 20 seconds left in the quarter. This is 1st and goal, and a golden chance to get a score back here before halftime. Got his man, and it's caught for a Chicago touchdown. Saquon Barkley in the final seconds of the 1st half. And the Bears cut into that lead. It's up and good, so they claw back into it. 24-14 now.
Makes the score Cowboys 24. Bears 14.
So 6 seconds, all that remains of this 1st half as the kick is away. This one fielded at the 5. Oh, a good return up past the 30. And a good effort on the return there. Gets him across the 30, up to the 33.
33-yard line.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And from this spot in the field with the clock where it's at, you think we're just going to see a knee and that's it?
And I think in this situation, that's the proper play. But we do know there's some risk takers out there that may want to take one more shot before the clock runs out.
So we reach halftime here in a 10-point game. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24.
The Cowboys take over 1st and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
Hey, middle. Tight ends on Ringo.
They'll throw on 1st down with Jackson. Able to get this to Gordon. And they're able to get this one across the 35. Nice way to start the drive, a gain of 12 and a 1st down.
And now we get into the psychology of the whole thing, because a lot of teams with a 2-score lead in the 3rd quarter, they almost become defensive with their offense, just playing not to lose. I think with this team, you got to figure at this point, this is a great spot for them to go into attack mode, really try and put the hammer down and finish this one off.
Jackson going to throw quickly here, complete. That catch good for only a couple.
The goal of a wide receiver screen is get enough blockers in front to create a wall and let him pick his spot to run the football. How about the defense there, swarming to it and not allowing that to happen? Did not let him get downfield.
13. He's tight right here. He's tight on the right.
From the 38, Jackson. Got Gordon open, completes it.
Jackson's pass.
That might feel like a little bit of a lost opportunity there for the offense because the defense brought pressure that time. And sometimes against that, you can get out to your running back, and it could turn into a big gain downfield. But what a nice job they did getting to him quickly and holding him to a short gain.
The Bears bring out an extra defender in the secondary now for third down. To throw again is Jackson. He's going to have the hook up to Ross. And he'll only get this to about the 44 as they stop him short of the line to gain. They get only 4 that time as that leads us to a fourth down. Here we go on fourth down with Jackson. Oh, batted at the line and intercepted. Picked up by the linebacker, Joe Schobert. That is just what this defense was hoping for, an interception on the opening possession of this third quarter.
Obviously didn't want to surrender a touchdown and fall even farther behind, and we've gotten to know this team a little bit, haven't we? Couldn't you just see their defensive leaders telling the offensive guys, telling the quarterback, don't worry, we got you to start things off. You take it from there.
Touchdown, Chicago! Saquon Barkley with his second touchdown of the game, number 7 on the year. And the Bears turn that interception into a touchdown. And his kick is right through.
Makes the score Cowboys 24. Bears.
Now after the touchdown, here's Gonzalez on to kick it away. Fielded just outside the goal line. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28.
Cowboys take over first and 10 at their own 28-yard line.
You can fold it, you can stand firm. I'm a real one, so I ain't concerned. I'm fully built for this life. I think I earned all my stripes. I don't believe all the hype. Get back on my feet and get right. Watch him work, watch him hate, watch him learn. Can't relate, watch his skirt. Out the mud, out the dirt, above the waters, in the murks, at the gate, on site. Red free, red tight.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. Pretty important third quarter drive for them. Momentum has sort of shifted the other direction after that last touchdown as they nurse this small lead. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. Second and right at a yard.
It's a gain of 9.
Man, I just love being in this stadium. So much history, tradition, so many great teams and games, and we're seeing a pretty good one right now, hotly contested in the third quarter. Now he's going to swing this one out to his running back, and he'll work it across midfield inside the 45.
They ran that one well, and not only did they pick up a nice chunk of yardage on the screen, they sent a message to the defense. Rush the passer all you want, but you better be careful. We can hit you going back the other direction.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. Now a 10th carry for Melvin Gordon. The former Giant, Prince Amukamara, on the stop.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. Here's Jackson. And incomplete.
Jackson's pass thrown to the sideline and incomplete. It's third down and 7 yards to go.
The first down line at the 34 here on third down. Now it's Jackson. Got a man, it's Ross, complete. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. Excellent play there on third down. Give him 25 yards. So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. Escaping the pressure right, and it's incomplete.
So much for the best laid plans and best designed plays. That was good coverage along the sidelines. No place for that one to get in there. It sails incomplete.
A good action to this point in the third quarter. Just a 3-point game. 2nd and 10. To throw again. Jackson. Forced out to his left. He's going to take off with it. And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5. Lamar Jackson, such a threat with those legs. Able to improvise and get the first. To throw is Jackson. Sets up the screen to Gordon. And he is into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown.
Complete to Melvin
Gordon.
Touchdown.
His 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Cowboys will add on to their lead. Circle that drive because that might be one to remember. Well executed to give them a little cushion.
Well, let's take it into the boxing ring. You talk about them commanding it, keeping the fight where they wanted to, whether it was in the center of the ring or putting them on the ropes because it was jab, jab, jab. And finally, the haymaker to put that drive away.
At their own 25-yard line.
At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. And I guess they have to feel a little gratified to at least get on the board last time, but still work to do.
No doubt about it. I wonder now if they're going to try to increase the urgency a little bit, maybe pump up the pace, maybe go 2-minute. Who knows? Let's see what they decide to do.
That'll be a pickup of 10 as they try to recover from this 10-point deficit.
2nd and inches.
So not quite a first down just yet as they come up on 2nd and less than a yard. Play action this time for Justin Herbert. He's airing it out for Williams. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
It's another zone defense. It looks like it's open for possibilities, but they did a nice job patrolling the middle of the field and forcing an incompletion.
They'll try to run for it with Barkley. And they bring him to the ground just shy of midfield. First down for the Bears, a gain of 15.
That's good for a Chicago Bears.
Now it's Herbert. And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. Picked off at the 45. And his crew will take over at their own 45-yard line. Boy, so another interception, CD, and it feels like he's starting to unravel a little bit.
And as you would expect, still a work in progress here in his 2nd season. He has to start ironing out some of these mistakes, though, because now his head coach, his offensive coaches, they have to evaluate whether you keep playing him and let him work through it, or you start thinking about going to his backup.
And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. That play going for 16 yards to start the drive. First down.
16 yards. And a Cowboy first down.
Don't worry. Mike 55, Mike 55. Come on, baby. Let's see what you do. Check 3, check 3, check 3. Shift.
Now Gordon. And a short gain there down to the 37-yard line.
Melvin Gordon.
The tackle made by the linebacker, Joe Schobert.
Certainly a nice job there by the defense rallying to the football and getting him on the ground, but I think the play gets made by the defensive front, because if they can't get upfield, Their job is to go ahead and get low, almost get into a ball sometimes, stack things up, and make it difficult for the runner to find a hole.
Fighting his way down to about the 35-yard line. Another 2-yard gain there, but they'll need to do better this time. It's 3rd and 6.
35-yard line. It's a gain of 2 yards, and it's 3rd down.
One quarter remains here on a Sunday night. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports.
Bears 21.
The Cowboys on 3rd down. They've been very good, 5 for 7 thus far. This will be 3rd and 6. Now they go screen. It's complete. And he's able to pick up the first before he's taken down at the 27.
To
8 yards on the pickup there, and it moves the sticks.
First down, Dallas.
And he went nowhere. He'll lose yardage back to the 29. That one unable to develop, never got going. A loss of a couple, and it's 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 12 at the 29-yard line.
Now Jackson. He'll get that one to Taylor, complete. And he's going to be out down inside the 20 at the 15. Give him 14 on that one and a first down.
First down, Cowboys.
They run it here with Gordon. And they get to him quickly here as he's stopped right around the 13. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8. Well, no doubt here in the 4th quarter, this is a huge defensive series.
Hey, they can read the scoreboard. They realize if they give up a field goal here, this game might be out of reach. They understand the stakes and are playing accordingly.
And strong running there as he's inside the 10 and down to the 8-yard line.
5 yards on the play.
The busy night continues for Gordon as he gets it here. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. Melvin Gordon with his 2nd TD of the game, his 6th on the year. And the Cowboys, they push out in front further.
Makes the score Cowboys.
Extra point up and good by Tavecchio. And that'll make this a 3-score game now. The lead moves to 17. Fielded a couple yards into the end zone. And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Costs him about 5 yards as he's tackled at the 20.
The Bears take over 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack him here. It's a pickup of 12. Second play in a row with a 12-yard gain. A first down carry for Barkley. There he goes, right side. Touchdown, Chicago. Saquon Barkley, 56 yards. And the Bears get a bit closer.
Well, 3 scores in this game. I think that deserves some type of a broad gesture. I know in hockey, that's called a hat trick, and people throw their hats out on the ice. What about us? What can we do for this guy?
Well, if I'm his teammates, I'm buying him a little steak dinner tonight, right? At least a skirt steak, probably a filet.
Oh, you're going big. I like that.
Well, yeah, I mean, skirt at minimum,
skirt
filet
steak,
at
come
maximum.
On. You can't give the guy a skirt steak.
That's
He
true.
scores 3 times.
Filet, 10 ounce, 16 ounce.
Porterhouse.
Ryan.
25-yard line.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. Well, there are 2 scores on the plus side. Still time here in this fourth quarter, but maybe you start thinking about playing keep away?
Yeah, I think here's the situation. You're not thinking touch.
It's caught inside the 25.
All day.
And he'll take it into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown.
To John Ross.
John Ross
Dallas.
with 2 touchdowns on the season, both in this game. And the Cowboys will extend their lead.
Point is good.
And he puts it through.
Makes the score Cowboys 45. Bears
Out is the
27.
kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. Fielded a couple yards into the end zone. And he'll be dropped at the 21-yard line, so bringing it out of the end zone proves not a good decision. Loses him about 4 yards.
At their own 21-yard line.
Herbert setting up to throw on first down. Throwing the out route incomplete. That's Williams. And he'll have this past the 30 prior to going out of bounds. Solid way to start the drive. 13 yards, picking up the first.
1st and 10 at the 33-yard line.
On first down, it's Herbert. Looking for Godwin, and he's got him complete. And he'll get it out near the 40 to the 39. A gain of 6 there on first. 6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4. They're giving those short little routes. Tackled him in bounds, too. They're just not wanting to get beat over the top.
Yeah,
And now here is another interception. Picked up by Sean Murphy Bunting. And they're going to set up shop at the 27-yard line.
At their own 27-yard line.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And after the interception, they are sitting in an even better spot with the ball and a comfortable fourth quarter lead. And he'll push his way forward to about the 32. It'll be a pickup of 5 on the keeper. It's 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 5 at the 32-yard line.
And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. Call it no gain on the keeper, and it's going to bring up a 3rd down.
No gain on the play. And it brings up 3rd down.
Let me breathe for a minute, man. What?
This time, Jackson will throw it. Flush to his right. And this is going to be incomplete. Well, the other day they told us when we've got 3rd and 5 or less, we have to be able to convert. And I guess every team would say that, Charles, but an opportunity missed there.
What they were trying to tell us is they believe it's a matchup game at that point. And they liked some matchups that they had, thought they could exploit them, unable to do so on that play.
That's going to go in the books as a 55-yard punt. Well done. And it'll be 1st and 10 Bears from deep in their own territory. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. Even though they were able to force the punt defensively, still a big hole to climb out of, especially at this late stage of the contest. They're throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete. The intended target was Chris Godwin. And that'll bring up 2nd down.
He was covered by Malcolm Butler.
Now it's Barkley. And he takes us across the 15 to the 17. 4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a 3rd down. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So the Bears with the football here as we welcome you back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Going to throw on 3rd down with Herbert. And the Cowboys pressure gets there this time for the sack.
Well, that play was the very definition of fast, quick, and in a hurry. Suddenly, he was there.
Yeah, blink of an eye, that happened fast, and a big sack. And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter, let's see how this plays out. They snap it to Herbert. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And my goodness, another interception. picked up by Sean Murphy-Bunting. And a super return as he gets us all the way down inside the 25-yard line. CD, I know it's just his second year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, second year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
Kyle Fuller, the one to make the tackle. Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10.
23-yard line.
And a short gain here down to the 22. They do get a couple, but they'll be left staring at a 3rd and 8 coming up.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
Again, it's Smallwood. And he's going to be taken down short of the first, right around the 15-yard line.
Tonight's final score, Cowboys 45.
Well, Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.
They can't help but feel great about themselves, can they? I mean, what a game to put up that number of points, continually feeling like they're moving the ball and things are working and clicking. They think that they can bottle this and carry it with them.
And as an offensive coordinator, you just don't think you can do anything wrong. Whatever you call, run, pass, it's all going to work.
That's called being in the zone.
So for the Cowboys, they're on a nice early roll as they move to 3-1 with a win here. And they'll be able to enjoy this one through the bye week before they get back at it again. Meanwhile, for Chicago, they'll drop down to 1-3. And they'll get a home date next week against the Minnesota Vikings. And for Charles Davis and our entire crew here at EA Sports, I'm Brandon Gaudin saying so long, everybody.